Right, here we go. So, big question, how do you tie a Zebedee rig? This is how I start. I've already attached my hook. I've doing this as a bungeee setup. So I've got my little quick change swivel there and all those bits and bobs. I've tied that on. So first thing you need to do is get your Zebedee shrink tube in. Simply slide that onto your line. I'm using a semi-stiff coated braid for this. Slide it through. Pops out the end. Right, there you go. You now have your Zebedee tubing on your hook link. Now tie your selected loop knot in the end to form a knot. This wants to be about 20 millimeters long, your knot. Tighten that down. Don't worry about the tag end. That just adds a bit of rigidity at the loop end of your Zebedee where it attaches to your quick link on your rig. And then pull your tube in to allow just enough space for your rubber to go on and the red adjustment pin. Now you need to mark where your putty is going to go. So pinch that with your finger and that's where we're going to place our putty. This is the Zebedee putty out of your kit. Simply take a small piece, wrap it around your line, roll it into a nice neat barrel. I tend to moisten it a little bit, just makes it easier to slide the tubing over. Slide your tubing down over the putty, pinch in the putty and the tubing, pull it up, and then you've got your little loop, which is where it's going to attach to your main line. So at this point, we need to steam our tubing straight. So hold your loop end with your baiting needle and minding your fingers, steam it straight. So make sure you steam it all the way down so that it's completely shrunk. It might take a couple of minutes. Over on a chilly bank, it's going to take a little bit longer than at home in your kitchen. If you don't want to use the putty that comes with your Zebedee kit, then you could use a sinker or something like that on your line instead. There are loads of other tips and tricks online on the Zebedee YouTube channel. There's a whole little video, a few different ways of doing it, different ways of making it. Obviously we've made quite a few of these now between us all. So have a little look at that, might be worth a view. Once we have it straight, leave it laid straight to cool for approximately 2 minutes. So take your anti-tangle tail rubber. This is a normal tail rubber, but we're using it in the position of an anti-tangle to stop your rig coming off of the clip. So we need to put that on next. So slip that through, go through the big end, out the pointy end. These are the Zebedee anti-tangle tail rubbers. So we're gonna slip that on, then slide it on just past the knot. There we go. Right, now what you need to do is take your Zebedee jig bar, place the hook through your red adjuster pin. So the first red adjuster pin goes at the end of the bar with the large gap. That's your hook end, so that's where your hook needs to go. Then align where you want your alignment pin to go and make a note of that with your finger. Take your black alignment pin, place it through the hole provided. Take your second black alignment pin, push that into the next available hole. And then your red adjuster pin, the second one, will go in with one gap spare between the two black alignment pins. Push that in. So adjust your red adjuster pin so you've got just the right amount showing before you start Zebedee. And then loop your Zebedee round 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, making sure it's nice and tight on your bar. Then slip your loop over the red pin, tweak tighten your red pin so it's all nice and neat, as so, and then simply steam again. So holding each end of the bar, obviously make sure you don't get your fingers in the steam. Steam this, to take approximately 30 seconds at home. Might take a little bit longer on the bank, but Again, just make sure it's steamed nice. Leave to cool for 2 minutes. It will look like this. Leave it on the bar for 2 minutes so it cools down, and then it will hold its shape and keep its memory, and you have your completed Zebedee on the jig bar. So pop out your red adjuster pin and then pop out the black alignment pin next to it. Simply slip your hook off of the opposite red pin, slide your Zebedee off of the bar, take out your red pin, and there you have your completed Zebedee rig, ready to go and catch some fish.
So there we have it, everything that you need to know about the Zebedee. Now I must admit it's certainly a lot smaller than I thought it was going to be, and I certainly understand the concept behind it. I do think it could get you extra fish. I'm certainly going to put it on one rod and test it for myself in my future fishing. So all you really need to know now is of course where you can actually get the bits to construct the Zebedee and put it into your own angling if you so wish. There are 2 places online you can purchase the pre-tie rigs or the kit to build them yourself. You pop to the tacklecompany.co.uk or formyfish.co.uk, you can order the parts direct and have them shipped straight to you. If however you live internationally, pop onto the Zebedee eBay shop where you can order direct through that and it'll be with you in just a few days. For any more information, please don't hesitate to contact the guys at Zebedee. They're extremely helpful and they're more than happy to have a chat with anyone.